the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Golden Eagles of San Antonio taking on the LA Chargers. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's a deep. Timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Meadows. Pressure comes and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Come on, set.
Back to throw. Meadows. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll run. It's Rodgers. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. They'll give to Spiller. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He got halfway home there, down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready?
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. This unit, third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. We're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Jones to throw on third down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive. I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Now Rodgers. Pushing his way through. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Meadows. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Ready.
This 2nd and 4.
Hey, go steal.
On the ground, Rodgers. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Okay, ready?
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Operating from the gun, Meadows. He hits Rodgers in the flat. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Meadows. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Meadows. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Off play action, Meadows. Pass to Brown, he's got it on the crossing route. Touchdown, Chargers. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Meadows. Got a man. It's Brown. He's got room to roam. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. the middle they go. It's Rodgers. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Ready up.
Now 2nd and 9.
Striker, 3-3. Blue check. Ready.
Another carry now for Rodgers. He juked him. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Off the bootleg. Meadows. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
52 blaster. Green jack.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Ready.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit indisciplined.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Chargers are going to have it here at
Here
their own 15.
we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Black shot. Drill green. Stand.
Throwing to start the drive. Meadows. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Meadows. This will be caught by Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 2nd down, it's Rodgers. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Allen! A big play there. 51 yards. And the Chargers open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
21
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly are. Because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just there he goes left side. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Brown with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Escapes the defender.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Blaster, 6. Set, go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jahan Dotson from 13 yards out. And the Chargers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense,
is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
20!
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big play there.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football, because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
Let's go now.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Field, black. Blue striker. Smash, red. Set.
Back to throw. Meadows. Touchdown! A.J. Brown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
On the double. Fight, 97. Red, cycle. Set.
On first down, Meadows. Johnston on the quick slant. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously.
The ball comes out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, But they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Robinson with another carry.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And my goodness, another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Meadows. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Rodgers. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
On 2nd down now. It's Rodgers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 129 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.